I think everyone's talking about this zone. I like it when we spot something as a community first. We're seeing it, less people are seeing it, it's more likely to occur. So yeah, critical zone, 61.8 fib pullback, 200 days SMA, downward trend line, fill of the gap, 4,000 psychological. You would think at least one bad red day out of this. And one of the reasons is because we've had 1, 2, 3, 4 green days. Now, that may not seem rare, but 4 green days is interesting. There's 4 over here, and there's 4 over here, and there's 3 over here. Actually, it's kind of rare to get 4 green days in a row. So I think 4 green days is a big one. Pushing into at least the Tuesday, you would hope being a red day, not a green day. If we do break through these levels, though, these are I think these are the zones to watch. 41.13, and then I believe it's actually 42.83 after that. So I've shown the unfilled gaps, but I think this 41.13 high, that would be a perfect level to take and then potentially short, and then 42.83. And this one, I'm going to stack it up if needed, if we break this trend line in the future, because that is going to be super critical, super critical. If we do fail here, I believe 39.20 is going to be a big zone. And then of course, 37 into those 37.40s, 50s. And we still have that little lonely unfilled gap down there at 3.5, 82, 80 zone. Very important. Here's some of the key kind of monthly, weekly zones I've just primed out. And again, you'll notice how many of them stick around the tops of these markets. Very critical. We'll check out what happens there. We'll bring it back if necessary. Big rejection weeks. Let's look at the Friday session now in the smaller time frames. What do we have right now? Well, we have a high. We obviously have lows here, and we have a higher high. Oh, it's so significant. Bears, you watch. You are wanting that 39.20 to be hit. If it gets hit, then you make a new low underneath these, take out those stop losses that are there, probably trigger a bit of a buy, and then move towards the short. This is super significant level. I really want to see that type of thing happen. If you're a bull, you just want another bullish day. You don't want the markets underneath realistically this level here, probably around 39.40, and then you're hoping it just keeps rallying up, hits that 41 plus 100 gap fill, and then we move maybe to buying and possibly even buying to that 4,300 just underneath. So we'll move ahead if that happens. At the moment, we are at the bear market zone, and we know where the bear market guys potentially take some shorter time frame control, and that is getting underneath that Friday and Thursday session. Probably a lot of orders sitting underneath that. We need to see if we can trigger them. Let's have a look now at the options expirations for the week. It's not pretty. All the puts, as we mentioned here, for literally a month, they're all getting destroyed. We expected this. That was very lucky we expected this. Hopefully most of you adhered to this kind of reasoning. You can't be short into so many puts. It's a Christmas tree that was put in before Christmas by retail traders, Wall Street players, everybody. 5.1 million options expiring. Super critical level. 390s here. You can see the zone. You can see how many puts are now on the 390s. You can also see the calls starting to appear. Follow us this week. We'll be seeing how this moves. I would expect the calls to hopefully spike up, but that 390's got me annoyed because basically what that's telling you is that even if the market takes control with the bears, it won't want to go under 390 for too long. So it might go like that 39.20, rally up, and then end potentially even on the 390 at the end of the week. Just an interesting concept. Notice where Max Payne is as well. I just noticed that. So that's kind of the analysis here. This is a very real scenario. We'll find out, but very real there. Crypto traders, you're probably rejoicing. How good is that? Mass moves here and probably a bit too fast to rally, but look, nothing stopped it. There was nothing stopped. I actually thought somewhere in here we might find a little bit of selling. This is why you follow the price action. There was just nothing in there. Like you look at the 2 hour, it kind of just stopped at this trend line, sat for a little while, didn't do any switch towards the downside and just went boom, straight back out. Big hit of the level. We did say 21,000 after this zone and it smashed into it. So yes, does this really change our opinion on suddenly crypto becoming the best thing ever and it's all over in terms of bear market sell-offs? Well, you'll find most crypto guys will say this is the exact same top to bottom in terms of timings as the last bear. Now we go into 1,000 days up. I still would like to see that kind of 11K, 9.5. You might not get it. I mean, obviously it relies on the market actually going bearish, but let's put things in perspective. There's most likely at least one more pullback through. Key level here is 18,000. I think that's one to watch. We'll follow the crypto story as we see it play out, probably through the Tuesday session, the most up here. We also know Ethereum hit that zone, that's 1,600. So well done to Ethereum players. And it instantly rejected off those daily close levels. So I'm actually looking for crypto to have a little bit of a fall now after what was a very aggressive move that everyone's most likely piling in on right now. You can just imagine how many people are like, it's back on, and sharing those prices. Maybe they're in the elevator already talking about it. We got to be careful if that happens. But look, it's early days. It's great levels. They've hit some of those targets, and these are fairly real critical targets here. For the week ahead, we've got through a lot so far today together. Let's have a look at the Wednesday. We've got core PPI, core retail sales, PPI, 8:30 a.m. We also have the earnings, of course, around that time. But it's not really about news this week. It is about earnings in the US. What do the numbers tell us? We'll be following that story. This is a massive show. If you're stuck with us, make sure to give it a thumbs up to let me know that you guys are the absolute OGs of this channel and you're loving it. And of course, subscribe, smash that like button. And remember, our giveaway, it ends in literally less than 24 hours. So make sure to put your numbers in. All you got to do is put in your name, put in your email address, and you go in the prize to win. Thanks so much for following us. We'll see you very soon. Bye for now.